Hi there. The name of this presentation is How Realtors Can Use VTB Financing. I'm your presenter, Jay Gabrani. So, as we look at the current situation in 2018, the mortgage rules at the federal level have certainly tightened, and financing deals conventionally meaning the lower interest rate, big bank type financing, has certainly become more difficult. And sometimes deals are being lost because buyers aren't able to qualify, and commissions then obviously are being lost as well. So there is a possible solution. Now, certainly, if the possibility exists that a lower rate conventional financing deal can be done, or that financing can be qualified for, then certainly take that route. But once in a while, when a deal is hung up, where the conditions may have been waived, but now the financing is falling through, there's a situation where a vendor take-back mortgage, VTB, can be executed. And what this basically means is the seller takes the place of the bank, and all terms of a standard mortgage become negotiable between the buyer and the seller in order to get the deal done. So, what type of buyers would this work for? Now, they have certainly not been accepted for that lower rate conventional financing, and they may find that going to a private lender might be even more expensive than dealing with a seller who would also be the bank. So people who have less work experience, immigrants, self-employed folks, again, that standard, they don't fit in the standard sandboxes of the big banks, yet they also may not want to pay the big rates of the private lenders. So this could fall right in between. And yes, there would be less paperwork required, and the regulations, everything is flexible, so that can be taken advantage of by the buyers to make the deal favor the things that they need. And they should certainly consider a vendor take-back mortgage as a short-term placeholder, 6 months, a year, until they are able to qualify for conventional financing. So this is all part of a strategy that the buyer would use to ultimately convert to lower interest rates. So it's not something that's meant to sit there for long term. The seller probably wouldn't want that, but you could easily negotiate a 1 year, maybe even a 3-year deal if the seller is comfortable. So speaking of the sellers, most sellers, quite honestly, would not want to do a vendor take-back mortgage. They want all of their money upon sale so that they can do whatever they want with it. Now, there may be sellers where the property, they were able to secure a higher price, but it didn't appraise well, or the financing is falling through on the buyer's side. So these sellers may be interested in pursuing something like that, a vendor take-back mortgage. And a key question for you as realtors to ask is, what are the plans for the money after sale? If you find sellers, folks, that don't really have plans for the money, then you would kind of show them, and you would invite a broker like myself in, or an agent like myself in, to show them how it would work for them in terms of earning an interest rate, and they'd be converting that whole house equity into an interest-paying income stream. So the other situation where there might be an interested seller is if that property is an investment property, because an investment property would yield taxes, and by arranging a vendor take-back mortgage and maybe paying it off over time, it might actually interest the sellers as a way of deferring income tax. Not avoiding, deferring. So again, those are the situations that kind of must be in play for a seller to be interested. Now, a numerical example that happened in Oakville, an older bungalow in Oakville, this is very common, especially in South Oakville, was being sold, but it didn't appraise well, and a vendor take-back was arranged so that the seller could maintain their price, save the deal, and not have to go through the hassle of relisting, and it saved everyone kind of a lot of trouble. So the purchase price that was agreed on was $900,000. The down payment, now again, the buyers had money in this case, so they just couldn't they were brand new to the country, so it was very difficult for them to arrange any sort of financing. They have no records here. So they were able to put down quite a bit of money. So the seller provided a $500,000 first mortgage at an interest rate of 7%. The monthly payment is $2,916, interest only. and the mortgage terms are for 2 years to give the new folks some time to get settled and acclimatize. And the mortgage broker charge 1% on the total mortgage amount, and the lender fee is 2% on the total mortgage amount. So those are $5,000 on the mortgage broker and $10,000 for the lender. So again, a mortgage broker fee is charged as any standard mortgage, and the lender fee, this is basically the higher interest or the higher rate of return that someone can earn being a private lender or being and offering a VTB in this case, being a private lender and the seller. So they do get a lender amount. And if you look at traditional conventional mortgages, CMHC charges these types of fees. But in this case, the lender gets to charge it directly. So if you have any questions about how your clients might be able to use a vendor take-back to save a deal, then please feel free to get in touch. My name's Jay Gabrani. You can contact me at 416-989-5387. And you can also contact my colleague, Namrata Menon, 416-846-5215. Thanks very much. Take care.